Good evening and welcome to Sydney Parade. It's Wednesday night and it's cricket evening. Tonight, as you can see from your screen, it's the Pembroke Women's Seconds. And they are playing against Rush First, a Division 2 game. Seconds, another team going through a transition at the moment. And Rush, well, we saw their seconds play a week or so ago, and they look very well drilled, a good organised team, and they are certainly benefiting from the addition of a coach stroke player, and it's great to see, certainly raising the standard and certainly doing wonders for Rush Cricket Club. So, we have one opening bat already, that's Emma Mullen. She'll be facing. And at the other end, Lainey Martin is opening tonight. We did see Rush recently because this is Mabel O'Donoghue. And she had a super night the other night, leading the twos between herself and her sister. I seem to remember they took 6 for 27 or something like that. So she's a good bowler at this level. She's already proved it once here in Sydney Parade this summer. And here she is now coming on from the St John's end. Graham Mooney is the standing umpire. Somebody might let me know out there in the cyber world who the Rush umpire is. And that's a lovely shot from Mullen. It beats the fielder on the fence and it runs away for the first boundary of the evening. Lovely evening here tonight in Sydney Parade. Bit of a breeze, but it's a southwesterly breeze. It's bringing plenty of cloud cover. There are hints of blue sky around, and there's hints of shadows on the pitch, which is always great to see. Mabel just going a bit short there. Mabel O'Donoghue picked up 3 wickets in that seconds game. Oh, this one's a bit wild and down the leg side. It signalled a no ball by Graham Mooney. And quite rightly too. As we send out the links to this game, so some people might join the 5 of you who are with us. Plenty of encouragement from the fielders for Mabel. And a wide. And this is proving to be a profitable over for Pembroke. 10 coming from it so far. Well, that's the first over done. 10 runs have come off it. No wickets down. can hear Gordon Clark taking coaching for the junior men in the background. Won't be with you for long this evening. McCormack it is, bowling from the nursery end. Many thanks to the 10 of you who have tuned in. I'm assuming you're all subscribers, part of the 1,000 subscribers that Pembroke has now reached. Need to keep it above 1,000 now. Push onwards and upwards. Aisling McCormack then, just one run coming off the bat. And that one's edged past the keeper. Third, quite a fine third. Gets the ball back in. And another one goes onto the total. Well fielded. These are the sort of evenings we're looking forward to this summer. The sun is out. This one goes down the leg side. Swung up by Mullen. Well, that one goes a bit further down the leg side. It's called a wide. And Laney Martin is alert enough to take the extra. Two more onto the total. And this is a good start for Pembroke. Helped in no doubt by 5 extras. Laney Martin just plays that away on the offside. It does go to the fielder. But still time for a quick single. They take it. Move the score on to 16 after 2 overs. And that's a fabulous start for Pembroke. 10 coming from the first, 8 from the second. As I say, 11 coming off the bat and 5 coming the way of heady extras. Oh, Mabel O'Donoghue will continue now from the St John's end. Hmm?
Did you have them last week?
Yes. Little high and wide there. Bowled really well for Ross seconds the other day. This one coming off the outside edge, shooting out to point, and it's only a single. Oh, it's only a dot ball. don't know if she's playing today, but her sister Megan also starred last week for the seconds. This one's a bit wide outside off. Martin, without using her feet, tries to hit it out on the offside, misses it. Yes, that's better. Move your foot across. That breeze does have a bit of a bite to it. This one's hit down the ground. Mid-on, onto it, plenty of time. He has them on the front. This one down nearer her pads, and Lainey Martin can paddle it round the corner. The fielder gets a foot to it, and fielding it with the foot rather than with the hand costs a second run. Pembroke move on to 23 without loss in this, the third over. Now, if you're on that bench and you're watching this game on your phone, give us a wave. Much better ball from O'Donoghue. Martin doing exactly the right thing. Keep the good ball out. It does end the over. It appears none of the team are actually watching the YouTube broadcast, but rather watching it live. A bit of a chat going on in the middle. 23 without loss after 3 overs. Aisling McCormack to continue from the nursery end. Well, played around the corner. There are 2 fielders to cover that shot. And they keep it to a single. The umpire at the far end, the rush umpire. Well, he's a braver man than me. Out there in the traditional Irish summer uniform. Runner's shorts, puffer jacket. I think his is a Gillet. Oh, that's a good shout. Asked the question, and it was a question worth asking. Umpire deciding on this occasion. Wasn't out. This one escapes the keeper again. Comes down to third. Gets to it. Well, it would have been inside the ring had we had a ring. Good ball outside off, but it's crashed away on the offside. The boundary rider over at extra cover by the time she picked it up. Does the fielding. Just 3 singles coming from this over so far. Well, that's another good ball. Lainey Martin missing that, and she was listening out for the death rattle behind her. It just went past the off stump. She survives to fight another delivery. Just popped up on the leg side. Not the prettiest of shots, but effective. And they're going for a second. And the second run is taken without concern. Now just bringing us a small replay. This is the LBW shout earlier in the over. Basically what it means is nothing more dramatic happened after the second ball of the over. And it hit her, well, if it hit her on the front pad, possibly it was possibly worth the review. But the umpire had a much better view of it than we did.
Oh yeah. Easily just gone umpire's fault anyway, but...
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. And it depends where it hit her. Oh. Another single safely negotiated. Thank you very much to our contributor, whose name I can't read because I haven't got the right glasses on. God, how old am I now? Well, it's a late call, and Laney Martin makes it safely. This is the first change of bowling of the evening. And just as we get the information that Derek Beggs is the rush umpire, who has bravely decided to wear shorts this evening, then A. Beggs goes ahead and takes a wicket. She went. It was just a straight ball from Beggs. She picked up her first wicket with this delivery. Just angled in and played across it and never made contact. And that was the problem. No contact, no wicket. So, 30 for 1. And Laney Martin, she departs for 12, 17 balls. And Aoife Beggs picks up her first wicket with her first in her first over. Just the 1-4 for Laney Martin today. Aoife Beggs it is. As I say, she's picked up her first wicket from her fourth delivery. Lucy Deacon is the new bat. Do we know where Lucy Deacon came from? Lucy Deacon showed much promise in her last outing for Pembroke. Having joined us from YMCA. When there's no breeze, it is a beautiful evening. So if you were to come down and take a spot on the wall, perhaps, where the breeze wouldn't be bothering you as much, it'd be an absolutely lovely way to mark halfway through this week. Monday and Tuesday gone, Thursday and Friday to come. And then we're into a very big weekend for Pembroke, certainly for the first 11. In the All-Ireland Cup. Entertaining Warringstown on Sunday. Who are they playing on Saturday? Railway. Two T20s. Yeah. Two T20s on Saturday. So 2 T20s on Saturday. One at midday, one at 4 p.m. which I'm sure the umpires will employ common sense and bring forward if the first game finishes early. And then the Bob Kerr All Ireland Cup on Sunday. Nicely played away. Martin continues. Nice shot round the corner. Very noisy diesel heading down to Rosslare, Europort. Oh, another good ball, good length, and that's a super over. Deacon facing 4 of those deliveries, or 4 deliveries so far. And now Aoife begs to continue. Successful in the last over, beautiful delivery. And then you come pick me up and we'll go. And they said 8. I thought you said 8. Let's find out. What time is dinner at?
Say 8.
8.
Okay, we'll see them down there.
We'll see you down there at 8 then.
Okay, perfect. We'll see you guys at 6.
Or hang on a second. I don't mind driving all 5.
No, we should be grand to drive over, Craig. Don't worry, we'll get you guys there.
Okay, see you there.
Yeah, all right, see you there. Bye-bye.
Save us a parking space. Bye. Oh. Another good over for Rush this. Pembroke went off like a freight train at the start. They're now more like your local service. Short ball played away on the leg side. They will take a single for that. And good backing up. 2 Rush players making sure they were backing up the throw, and one of them was needed. Nicely played into the leg side. There's a single there. A direct hit might have had her in trouble with the hesitation at the start. And that's the end of the over. And we'll just have a look and see how this is going. And you can see the exceptional start that Pembroke got off to. And then, well, it didn't take much pressure to cause a wicket to fall. Yeah, kind of needed about there, that's the problem. And now the run rate has picked up again. Before Niall gets cross at me, I shall remove the worm, but it's not a bad one, although it's a bit inconsistent. Up and down. What's the rest of that saying? Up and down like...
Well, to be fair, I don't think I've seen one go down yet.
No, it's never gone down. It can't go down. Well, I suppose it can if you got penalty runs.
That's just thinking, but no, you can't.
Because that's done at the end of the innings.
Even still, it only puts things up.
It goes 5 up on the other
Field
team.
runs 2 teams.
Nicely played in the leg side. Nicely judged single. They're keeping the score ticking over anyway. Ellie McGee. Plays in the Super Series. Nice return. Takes off one bail. That's a surgical removal. Derek Beggs goes to straighten up the stump. Easy enough to bend down. Maybe not as easy to get back up again. That's certainly how I find it. Well pitched up by McGee. Good work. Amanda, you couldn't get me a baseball cap, could you? There's a baseball cap on the back seat of the car. You couldn't grab one for me, could you? The red one, I think. No. It's on the back seat of my car. The red one is there. There's a beanie in there. Oh, it's a Pembroke one, isn't it? Annie McGee, young leg spinner. The problem for young leg spinners is the consistency, but McGee, well, she's improving every time I see her play. Her first over just goes for 4 runs. Junior Net's on tonight. Thank you. The dulcet tones of 4th 11 captain Gordon Clark, working hard in the nets, coaching. For Beggs, 1 for 9 now in her 3rd over. Lucy Deacon pulling that one round to the leg side from the offside. Well fielded, no run. Important that Deacon remains patient. Doesn't get frustrated. This one, another one. Just got onto that maybe a little early. Coming off the toe of the bat, not really the meat of the bat. Got on top of that one nicely, played it down into the leg side, around to square leg, and took a single. And again, you see, plenty of backing up on the rush side. Played away nicely on the offside. There are 2 fielders there. They don't let it get through the ring, but they can't prevent the single. And Graham Mooney with a good call of over. 44 for 1 then.
so the next two we're going to try and do is we're going to try and vary the length. So now you can work with on the front foot or on the front foot or whatever. We're going to try and vary the length. So it's not going to be repetition that you have had for the first three bags. Now it's more reactive.
Oh, when I find out. Ah, injured. Retired hurt. And now Laney Martin departs as well. And Pembroke suddenly find themselves with two batsmen at the crease who haven't faced a delivery between them. Well, she's pulled a quad muscle, is the news from the sideline. Lucy Deacon. Well, we certainly wish her all the best in that and hope she gets some ice on that quickly. Rush will be delighted. They suddenly find themselves in a very, very good position. They have Pembroke, in effect, 3 down. Ellie McGee just getting that one through. A waving bat out the front and a pad down the wrong line. And between the two, it found its way to the stumps and careered into them. Happy birthday to Captain of the Fifths today. Prasanth Nair, celebrating his birthday. Gail Bowen now comes to the crease. Gets called through for a quick run. And just about gets home. It was tighter than perhaps she wanted. Ellie McGee doing a super job for Rush this evening. 1 for 6. And she makes her way in deep into a second over. Played away on the leg side. It beats the despairing hand of one fielder, but it's pulled up inside the rope. And a good throw. Nearly caused overthrows. Many thanks to Graham Mooney for informing us about the injury to Lucy Deacon. Before the meal, please. One more ball remaining in this. The first half of the innings, and that's a big shot. Very Nickel smacking one to the boundary. Super shot that from Very Nickel. Kept her eye on it, played through the line of the ball, and it disappeared away to the boundary. 4 runs to the National School educator. That over, I'd say, went in favour of Rush. But Pembroke did pick up 7 runs as well. 51 for 2, although we should say that that is probably for 3. And I'm not sure that Pembroke have 11 tonight. I think they only have 10. So it's the equivalent of 51 for 4, if that's the case. caged lion. Charlie, if you're standing in that corner, just have your hands up. Uh, if you have them like this, your reaction time isn't. Just in case. Very nickel now to face Bartlett. Single from the first delivery. Nice thumbnail, Noel.
Which tonight's?
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Gail Bowen pulls one from outside off to the leg side. Her speed between the stumps at the moment is encouraging the rush fielders. They're definitely looking for the light blue end. This is one of the things I wrote to Cricket Leinster about when they talked about bringing in pajama cricket, was you're going to end up with situations like this, where somebody's wearing light blue. At least with white, you know, a white t-shirt, you know, you could get away with white, but with pyjamas. 4 more runs to Pembroke. Nice shot round the corner. Very nickel. Doing very well this evening. She's now 11 off 6. And she picked this one up on length and line and just played it around the corner, and it disappeared away to the boundary. Breeze just keeping the temperature down a little bit here. Nice bit of fielding in front of the clubhouse. Ocean Bartlett from New Zealand. Was playing in the Super Series last weekend. Well, Rush certainly do seem a well-drilled team this season. Everyone aware of what their role is. And that one's beautifully played away. The sweeper on the offside picks it up just at Cyril's corner. And that brings up a single. 60 for 2 or for 4, depending on your viewpoint. We'll go with the scoreboard for the moment. Don't be surprised if this innings ends earlier than you are expecting. Oh, well, Ellie McGee, perfect little leg spinner. This time, Gail went for no turn, and it did turn, and it just clattered into the off stump. And clattered, I think, is the right word. And that's a 3rd wicket down, and Ellie McGee picks up her 2nd. Oh, nice. Seagull just...
Dive bomb into the
Do it again, do it again, do it again. Go on, play it again.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's the end of the over, so we'll look at this again. Now look at this with a bit of wildlife photography. There. Oh, perfect. Right in front of the camera. And now making her way out to the middle. Becca Gallagher. Rush won the toss and they did elect to bat. You can follow this game on, if you go to the Cricket Leinster website, hit the live button and select this game. You can be kept up to date with the scorecard. And when I say up to date, quite up to date. Becca Gallagher with the bat a long way away from the body on that occasion. And Becca Gallagher's stay is a short one. And Ellie McGee picks up her third wicket. Well, you can certainly see how she's got drafted into the Super Series, showcase for the best of Leinster's club cricketers, well, in fact, Ireland's club cricketers. The Dragons mainly based in the north, the Typhoons and the Scorchers further south. Gives a chance to the best 40 or so, 45 or so women's players to play just a level step up from their club cricket and bridging that gap between club and international. It's a fine series. Cricket Island do provide streaming of these games and worth popping into just to see the future of Irish women's cricket. Well, you're seeing part of it tonight. Ellie McGee, she's weaving her magic. She has 3 for 13 and she's still only in her third over. There's been a bit of a rush, a bit of a panic inside the Pembroke dressing room with people throwing pads on. 61 for 4 now. Short and wide. Signalled wide. Evening. Good. You're not interrupting. You're grand. Oh, and another wicket. Ellie McGee picks up a third in the over. And what an over it's been. Single wicket, wide wicket, wide wicket. Well, here's a clue for you. If it's on the wicket, beware. Ellie McGee now with 4 for 14. She still has 8 deliveries left. Well, after a promising start for Pembroke, things have gone a bit Pete Tong. 3 wickets in this Ellie McGee over. She still has a delivery left. One, two, three. Yes, 2 balls remaining in this over. Derek Begg's absolutely spot on. First one is just played out in the offside. Georgia Beattie it is. It's come in. And Pembroke really are in a bit of trouble. And well kept out. No single taken. That is the end of the over, and what a fabulous over it was for Ellie McGee. She picked up 3 wickets. She now has 4 in her 3 overs, and they've only cost her 14 runs. What a fabulous job she's doing for her team. And a fabulous job of showcasing her talents. Yes, there are a couple of loose deliveries in there that she's dragging down, but by and large, she's doing an absolutely super job. And that control will come with experience, and it will come with more and more game time, which I'm sure she'll get not only at this level, but also at that Super Series level. Ocean Bartlett then to continue from the St. John's end with her leg spin. And it's leg spin that has caused Pembroke all the problems. Another player playing in the Super Series. This is a big step up for the Pembroke women. Studying at the University of Canterbury. In New Zealand, that is, not in Kent. This one drifts down the leg side. Graham Mooney signals 3 to come. Tapping of his waist. This one inside edge. Keeper nearly got to it. Would have been as surprised as anybody else. 4-dot ball so far. And the Pembroke run rate really has dried up at this stage. Still 7 more overs to go after these 2 deliveries. It's powerfully hit out in the offside by Nicol, but now the field, well, they're on everything. This time played into the leg side, and Nicol calls for the single, and she'll get the single. Just hit out of the reach of the fielder. That is the end of the over. Nicol will retain the strike. It's probably, well, these two both capable. But at the moment, Rush certainly have the upper hand. 63 for 5, with 1 player retired hurt. There is the Pembroke bench. Ellie McGee, unsurprisingly, to bowl her 4th over. In search of that 5th wicket. Oh. Well, 3 wickets in 1 over. Certainly a big help. And there it is, her 5th wicket. Nicol tries to pull across the line. It only gets the toe of the bat and crashes into the stumps. And Pembroke lose their 6th wicket with just 63 on the board. Good evening, Graham. Good evening, young lady. Can't believe Graham's down for a net. Graham Toomey, that is. Walking past the commentary position as we watch this replay, and you can just see, well, she looked over her left shoulder and saw the ball clattering, knocking the bails to the ground. And Ellie McGee now 5 for 14, and with 4 balls to go. And again, she has this habit of not a wicket, not a wicket. And she's done it again this over. Well, Jessica Mullin, Duffy Mullin, has actually been starring on the men's development team, or the open development team, I should call it. Division 21. She had a super game. It was an absolute pleasure to be on the same pitch. Sorry? McGee continues, tosses it up. It's played out in the offside. Nice shot. Jessica doing very well. Ellie McGee now is searching for that 6th wicket, and it's a dot, so to keep the trend going. Oh, nearly taking the edge of the bat on its way through to the keeper. It just turned enough. This is a step up for Jessica now. She's doing very well so far. Plays that one into the offside. Goes straight to the fielder's hands. They quite wisely don't take the single, don't even attempt the single. Probably a wise decision. And we're just one delivery away from the end of McGee's spell. No run taken. And Ellie McGee, well, that is a fabulous spell. That is absolutely fabulous work. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 5 for 14, only going at 3.5 and over. And I warrant you that one of those is probably an extra. And once she eliminates that from her game with more accuracy, more experience, then, well, she could do very well going up the representative ranks. Oh, nice bit of turn for Bartlett this occasion. The noises you're hearing in the background, tag rugby on this evening. Mixed and social. Nicely played away on the leg side. Beattie takes the single. Well, it was a leg bye, but it's still a single to Pembroke. Every run matters at this stage. 64 for 6, with one player retired hurt. Duffy Mullin trying to swing that one away to the clubhouse. Didn't make contact on this occasion. Score now 65 for 6. There's just 5 overs to go. Board reading 7 wickets down. Well, change of bowling now. Ellie McGee having picked up her 5-er and moved on. Plenty going on in Pembroke this evening. Our attention, of course, on the game being played. Rush first, visiting Sydney Parade to play Pembroke seconds. Division 2 game in the Leinster Leagues. Oh, that's nicely played away on the leg side. That is going to find the boundary, and how Pembroke needed that. Aoife Beggs, the bowler. Well, it's a good job she hit that, because otherwise I feel that would have been a wicket down. That one runs away and bypasses the rope. Another one. And he's given that one out. And Aoife Beggs picks up her second wicket with her penultimate delivery. And Pembroke find themselves 68 for 7. So now Lucy Deacon is returning to the field with a runner. Lucy Deacon returning to the scene of the crime. She has pulled her quad muscle, and I think Lainey Martin is going to run for it.
Bring on the chaos.
Oh, this could be absolutely chaotic. Let's see what happens. Well, one thing we do know is that Lucy Deacon is the one who has to hit the ball, and Lainey Martin isn't. I've seen that happen before. Aoife Beggs goes in search of her next wicket. This one's played away on the leg side. A lack of cooling. There should be a single there. Lucy goes out square leg. Lainey Martin should go into the umpire, as if you're a normal runner. And then everything gets more complicated because it's over up. Now, Graham has his finger on the pulse. You think it's confusing. What do you think it's like for the bats out there? Well, the odds on a run out, if you are in touch with your bookmaker, must be tumbling down here now. This has got to be very confusing. Unless you know what you're doing, it does create absolute chaos. No run taken. Nicely played into the leg side. It evades the fielder. They get through for a single. And that's all they're going to take. Well, I suppose safety first is the decision there. And the score moves from 69 for 7, Evening James, to 70 for 7. Not quite the total Pembroke were looking for. And at the end of the over, we might take a look at the worm just to see how it has tailed off. Well, no fear from Duffy Mullin there. Full toss coming right at her. And she went to play it round her leg, but got there just a little early. Toe of the bat intercepting the ball, and it squirted away on the offside. Well covered up in pads and leg guards, helmet, gloves. Even so, you see a cricket ball coming straight for you. It does tend to make you flinch a little bit. Nicely pulled away to the leg side, but it goes straight to the fielder again. It's another dot ball. But Pembroke are doing the right thing here. Even if they just bat out the overs, a few runs will come. Megan O'Donoghue back on now. She bowled with great success here in the second 11 game. Pembroke side somewhat decimated, I feel, by exams and other calls on people's time. What a fine first over from Megan O'Donoghue. Just going for the 1 run. Pembroke innings has somewhat stalled. Aoife Beggs going into her 5th over now. Nicely played back down the pitch. And that one's being given as well, right in front. Deacon falls, and that, I feel, will be the end of the innings. Congratulations to Aoife Beggs, picks up her 3rd wicket, her 2nd LBW. And Pembroke's innings really has kind of subsided here today. So 8 down. And this is why pitched on middle, was going to hit middle and leg. Derek Beggs sticks up the finger, and the Pembroke innings is closed with 70 runs on the board, and therefore Rush will need 71. We'll just take a look at the batting card. And it's not the prettiest sight. People came and went. Lucy Deegan, she had 2 goes at it because she went off injured, came back with a runner. And Pembroke have scored 70 for 8. There were just 9 extras, and they all came very early on. And Pembroke left 2.5 overs unbowled. Well, the standout figures. Do you really want me to point them out? Ellie McGee, 5 for 14, did a super job. Aoife Beggs also picked up 3 wickets, and those were the 8 to fall. Pembroke declaring their innings closed on 70 for 8. Partnership of 30 at the start, then 14, and then 16, 1, 2, no, 1, 1, 1, 5, and 2. Nothing to write home about. So there is our match summary as Graham Mooney starts his long stroll down towards us to give us all the highlights of that first innings. I'm almost tempted to leave the camera and the microphone on when he comes over, just to see what he does have to say, share it with our viewers far and wide. But then I might have to look for another 14 subscribers as well. Lainey Martin was top scorer with 22, and Very Nickel, well, she had a couple of good big blows, including, well, shot of the day really. Emma Mullin, 12 from 14 before she perished, but it's the bowling figures that shine, and it's those that will be the happiest side. Rush then will require 71 runs in 20 overs at a rate of 3.52. and we'll rejoin you when the second innings commences. Welcome back to Sydney Parade. Wednesday evening cricket. The women's seconds. Well, they were put into bat by Rush in this Division 2 clash of the Leinster Leagues. And despite getting off to a super start, Pembroke rather subsided and lost 5 wickets for not very many runs at all at the end. 70 for 8 then, Pembroke ended up on. And still 2.5 overs yet to go. Or left behind, rather. And now the umpires, Derek Begg and Graham Mooney's, are out in the middle. And the Rush bats are out there too. We'd better tell our director Pembroke aren't quite ready to join us yet. Little bit of a huddle going on. A Rush huddle by the side of the wicket. And a blue, black and red huddle up at the top. Gail Bowen it is in the light blue, supporting Cambridge tonight. Evening, Joe. Evening, Peter. Well, you've got to go with the Prendergast weather forecast. Enjoy your dinner. Have a good dinner. Peter Prendergast has turned up in full jeans, boots, puffer jacket, still baseball cap. Hasn't gone back to the beanie. It's not that cold. The sun, when it does come out and shine, is lovely. Very Nickel is going to open the bowling from the St John's end. And she'll be bowling to Ellie McGee and Ocean Bartlett. Rush will be odds-on favourites now to reach this target of 71. And I apologise now because I'm meant to be at dinner. I'm just waiting to be picked up, and then we'll be commentatorless. Well, whether I have faith or not doesn't matter. I'm being picked up and taken away, so I'll have to tune in just to find out what happened. Very Nickel.
Okay.
Well, Pembroke now up to 10 with the arrival of Enshika. No, I'll just grab a bag there. You can't leave it there. Well, good ball from Nickel, enticing the swinging bat. Goes through to the keeper. Dot ball. Very Nickel. Causing McGee a bit of trouble with her pace. Good length. Another one just past the outside edge. The appeal from Venshika. Well, she's determined to get involved now that she's here. And that's my call, and I will say good night and farewell, and enjoy your evening, and enjoy the rest of this game.
the book. James wasn't feeling well, he had to go. So Des, yeah. So the first sentence is just. Thanks, Sarah. Good. Oh, unlucky Georgia.
Arian, go to fair play.
Let's go here, Jez!
Red balls, you hate them, yellow balls, blue, red balls only first, okay? All red balls. Flashing you out.
You get to know them after a while. So you hired them for the day?
Yeah, well, they're always going out anyway.
Red.
Great work, Gail.
Right.
Great work, Jack. Keep going. Great, Jack.
Right. And vary the length too full and bit short.
That is over.
I really mean it. And you're done.
Nice start. Last two.
Pardon? I've under this. It's very low. I'll be over the window, don't it?